This r/entitled parent stories is called Entitled Brat Tries to Steal My Sister's 3DS and Destroys It When I Stop Him. Now, I don't know if this belongs here, but his mom certainly defended his behavior. This is going to be kind of a long story, so bear with me. This happened 3 years ago, but I remember everything like it was yesterday. So a little backstory to help you realize how much this devastated my sister. I got my sister the limited edition Pokemon X/Y Nintendo 3DS XL Pokemon games along with Pokemon Y for Christmas 2013. She was 8 years old at the time, and one thing to understand about my sister is that she had autism. It's not especially severe, but her emotions are a bit on the strong side, and she was going through therapy to help her gain control of them. My sister, bless her soul, is obsessed with Pokemon. I introduced it to her in the hopes that she would be able to find a creative outlet. She did. I grew up playing the Pokemon games, so it filled me with joy that she became such a fan. The X/Y 3DS XL became one of her most cherished possessions. It never left her side. She took it with her everywhere we went. Fast forward to March 20th, 2015, I had taken my sister to the park after her appointment with her therapist, and she was sitting beside me playing Pokemon Omega Ruby. She was deeply engaged in her game, and I was just sitting there observing her. I always enjoyed how she played. Neither of us saw the little boy who wandered over. EB stands for Entitled Brat. Sister/Claire equals my sister. And EP equals Entitled Psychopath of a Mother. Me equals me. The Entitled Brat stares at Claire as she's playing, switching his gaze between her and the 3DS. She tends to get very uncomfortable when other people aside from me watch her, so she starts to fidget some and looks at me. Being the introvert she is, she hates confrontation, so I place my hand on hers to let her know that it'll be okay. I lean over to look at the boy who couldn't have been older than 9 years old and address him as politely as I can. "Hi, excuse me, can we help you?" "I'll let you play." I smile apologetically. "I'm sorry, but it's my sister's game and she doesn't like to let other people use it." "I want to play too." The Entitled Brat was beginning to get worked up now, stomping on the ground. "Let me play." "I'm sorry, I said no. Please go play with the other children." I could feel Claire beginning to tense up under my hand. Being the protective big sister I am, I did not want an escalation for her sake. It happened anyways. "No! Let me play Pokemon now!" The Entitled Brat ran at my sister and attempted to snatch her Nintendo 3DS XL out of her hands. She screamed and jerked it away, collapsing into me. I grabbed her and managed to keep myself from falling into the metal bench and righted us both, getting up and placing myself between the boy and her. My sister was cowering behind me. "Listen to me right now. I said no, and I mean no. Where are your parents? Take me to them immediately." I didn't even need to say anything else because the Entitled Brat's mother was making her way over right then. "Is that your mom?" The Entitled Brat responded by kicking me in the shin. I grimaced and held back my reaction, still holding firm between them. "What's going on there? I heard my son screaming." He tried to steal my sister's game from her, and I told him that he could not play it. "Why don't you just let him play it for a few minutes? I don't see why you can't share." At this point, the Entitled Brat bouncing up and down and giggling like a 6-year-old. The sight disgusted me. Because I said no, we don't have to share, and besides, it's my sister's game, not mine, so I don't get to make that decision. Even if I did, I'm not going to make her share if she doesn't want to. "Mom, I want to play Pokemon!" "In a minute, dear." The entitled parent looked behind at my still cowering sister. "She looks too old for it anyways." "Just give it to him." "Excuse me?" "You heard me." I felt a tug on my sleeve from behind and turned to look at Claire. "I want to go home." Turning was a mistake. as soon as I took my eyes off the entitled brat and the entitled parent, the entitled brat darts away from us and tackles my sister, ripping the system out of her hands and breaking the wrist strap. My sister screams and we both fall to the ground. I immediately dive to keep her from hitting her head, catching her in my arms as the entitled brat runs back to his mom. Control your son! He could have hurt her doing that! The entitled parent was extremely dismissive. He just wanted to play and you shouldn't let him. I meant wouldn't. Can I restart that? He just wanted to play and you wouldn't let him. I checked to make sure my sister was okay. She was trembling and crying, but otherwise unhurt. I stood up, brushed myself off, and held out my hand. Give me back the system now. No, I want to play. I don't care what you want. Give it back now. Don't you talk to my son that way, young lady. You can have your game back when he is done. No, I will have it back now. I move to grab my sister's 3DS XL and the entitled brat screams and freaking throws it towards the parking lot. Time seemed to slow down for me. I watched as it arced through the air and appeared to fall in slow motion. I ran to grab it, but it was too late. The system had landed on the asphalt with a sickening crunch, and the entitled brat ran over and stomped hard on the shell. I knew by the crack that he had broken the system permanently. I lost my temper. Disclaimer, I know I didn't handle this well at all, but I lost my temper. My sister was screaming and crying, and it sent me over the edge. I was seeing red and black spots. What the frick is your problem? What gives you the right to do that? The entitled brat is screaming, and I don't remember what he said, but his mom rushes over and shoves me, grabbing her kid. You quit shouting at my boy! He destroyed our property! You should control your freaking vagina, gremlin, instead of letting him run around stealing and destroying property. The entitled parent smacks me in the face, and I throw her to the ground. I call the police within a matter of minutes, and a patrol car is on the scene. We both give them separate testimonies to different officers. I'm trying to comfort my crying sister and extremely distraught sister as I speak to the officer. The entitled parent tries to defend the police that I had assaulted her son and then attacked her when she so bravely stepped in. They didn't buy it. I was asked if I wanted to press charges. Frick yeah, I did. She was made to pay for the full value of the 3DS and was arrested for destruction of personal property and assault. I got off with a warning to just call the police next time. Don't frick with my sister. Wow. It's crazy why people think they can just do that. Like, it's their property. You don't have any right to do what you just did. Oh boy. But anyways. Wow. It's sad that people think they... Alright guys, so if you enjoyed this r/entitled parent stories, please let me know down in the comments below, or anywhere, just let me know, and I'll post more of them. If you guys say yes, you do like them, then I'll have a schedule made, and I'll be posting the schedule on Instagram and on Twitter. Let me know if there are any improvements I can make on my videos, because I will take any feedback. So that's about it. I am working on the animation. It's pretty long, but hopefully it'll be done soon. So make sure you smash that like button and click the notification likes and stay positive.